Now, call me crazy, but I don't think that all robots are bad. When a lot of people think of robots, they think of like these crazy humanoid robots. They think of like that Tesla, was it like Maximus, I think is what that robot was called. They think of like all these crazy robots. And to those, I do think they're creepy. I think humanoid robots are really creepy. But when I think of just like a regular robot, I think of like a Roomba. A Roomba's not creepy. A Roomba's actually pretty awesome. Like, I do think there are cool robots out there. But people are making some pretty crazy ones, like this thing. I mean, I don't even know what to describe it. It's like, it's supposed to be a clone is what they call it. It's from this company called Clone Robotics. And let's be honest, that has got to be the creepiest way to introduce a robot to the world, which is what they did. That video that you just watched, that is their way of introducing their robot to the world for the first time. They posted it on Twitter on February 19th. And my God, just look at this thing. They strung this robot on a meat hook with it twitching. It's like legs are twitching. I don't think its arms are twitching, but bro, they strung this robot on a meat hook for a video and we're like, this is how we're going to announce this robot to the world right here. I cut out the audio so you can't hear the audio, but there's like this creepy audio in the background with crackling. Like, this was clearly done in a creepy way for marketing purposes, and it worked because the video has 51 million views. And I never commented about this robot coming out on this channel. I did on Twitter, and I was like, oh, this is a pretty good video game concept. Oh wait, it's real life. I didn't really like that. I didn't really think that this would go anywhere. I thought it would just be like a one done. Look at this cool little goofy little robot that we made. And I didn't really think anything would come out of it because typically companies that make these like crazy robots, they have this really crazy PR, a crazy marketing push, and then you just don't see anything come out of the company. But something else has come out. So this video just got posted 3 days ago of the robot, and they actually captioned it, "Protoclone is the most anatomically accurate android in the world." So that's right, they're calling them androids. And look at it. You can see like muscle. It has like muscle in it. Look at that. You can see like the little muscle joints. Obviously, those are like little wires to make it move. But what the hell? They're making some creepy stuff. This is gonna end the world right here. I've seen some people talking about this little clone android, whatever you want to call it. I've seen some people talk about this, and they're like, this is actually pretty awesome, and people who are scared of it must be scared because they don't understand it. No, I'm scared because I completely understand it.
That is what the company is aiming for, is a complete bipedal android that is able to navigate the home and serve families in the kitchen, and in cleaning, and in any kind of task that you might imagine in the home.
But I'm also reading that somehow they'll be equipped with telekinesis training so people can also teach their clone new skills. It sounds impressive, but it also sounds frightening too.
Yeah, that the way in which humans are going to have to teach clones is by showing them how to do things. And the first fleet of clones especially is going to require help from our first customers to teach the clones how to do things. Of course, we'll try to train these clones on the back end with as much data as we can to perform as many skills as we can get them to do.
So I'm reading, and I know there have been different reports on this. Did I read right? 279 units. There's sort of a limited edition alpha product out there. If so, because you mentioned development over the next several years, how quickly will some folks get their hands on this?
Yeah, this is not going to be in the home first. You can expect to see these in industrial and industrial automation type facilities first, and then on the way to consumer androids, you could expect to see them in hotels, assisted living facilities, which are environments that have more structure to them than the home, where every home is totally different with a lot of different variation.
Imagine that. Imagine you're checking into a hotel and you go to give your bags to the people so they can bring the bags up to your room, and a clone comes out. Assisted living is also crazy to me because assisted living is like, you need like nurses and stuff. Imagine the clone, like, that's just so crazy. It does sound cool. I'm going to be honest. It does sound cool, but at the same time, that's like such a level that we don't understand where it's creepy. Like, imagine I'm sitting here talking to you, you're like watching this video, and like in the background, you see the clone open the door, come in the room, start cleaning stuff with a little Swiffer cloth. That's just crazy. It really makes you wonder, how far is it gonna go? Like, is this going to be the end of the world? And you know, if it says what they say it's going to do, which is be a part of jobs and start working on assembly lines, as that guy just said, you know that's going to take away so many jobs. And that does suck. Like, it's so upsetting. Like, I can't imagine working really hard for your whole life to get a job or understanding something at a deep level, and then this robot comes in and takes your job just so the company can have higher profit margins. That is so upsetting. And so that's why I completely understand why people don't like this stuff. Like, it sucks. It really does suck. And like these cars now that are coming out, and then, you know, you can program the car. Like that new Tesla that came out, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like some Tesla taxi. And so the goal of the Tesla taxi is, it's kind of like Amazon. You put a bunch of product into, well, yeah. I was getting a little ahead of myself, but you put a bunch of product into this Tesla car, and then the Tesla car with no driver just goes where you want to go. I was thinking while I was saying that, and that's why I stopped, is I was like, well, how would the product get from the car to the person's house if you're shipping like Amazon stuff? But I think the Tesla car, or the Tesla taxi, or whatever the hell they're calling it, I think it's supposed to be just for shipping big industrial supplies at first, and then maybe they move it to like an Amazon type thing. But that does suck too, because then you're going to take away all those jobs. And it's like, man, I totally understand why people hate that stuff. I understand why artists hate AI. I don't like AI art at all. I don't like it at all. I think, at least right now, actual human art has way more soul in it. Like, you know, people will make fan art, and obviously my thumbnail guy, the guy that makes my thumbnails, obviously not for this channel. For this channel, all the thumbnails are literally just a screenshot, and I'm like, that looks good for a thumbnail. But for the Vivly channel, and, you know, for all the other stuff that I do, I obviously pay a thumbnail artist to do it. And the people I've seen online will make these like AI generated thumbnails and be like, oh, this is gonna overtake YouTube art. I've never seen a good AI thumbnail art. They all look soulless. They all look really bad. And I don't think there is like a, and you can ask Mr. Beast about this or watch any Mr. Beast videos, but there is sort of like a complexity when you're making thumbnails to be like, what will the viewer like? Should we do this color because this color? And you just have data where it's like, okay, well, videos typically perform better if the character is wearing a red shirt. I don't think that the AI will understand all this data unless you then create another program to feed it data. So yeah, that was a big thing. I saw on Twitter the other day that Markiplier used AI. He was asking the AI a question or something like that, and people were like, Markiplier loves AI. I hate Markiplier now. But that AI is good. Like, I actually do think that AI is good. If you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, there's basically an AI out there where it's like Google, but you ask it questions and it literally gives you an answer. And then you could be like, but what if this instead? Then it'll be like, oh, well, if you do that instead, then this. It's like literally talking to Google. And Google knows everything. It's literally just talking to it. I think that's super cool. I mean, that's sick, you know? AI art is a little bit different. The androids, the clone robotics thing is way different. But yeah, that's pretty creepy. I think this is a company that I'm going to keep my eye on because I really thought this guy, and this company may just not do anything, but it does seem like they're doing stuff. So yeah, I thought this was really creepy and I just wanted to share it with y'all. So yeah, that's it.